speak with you guys. And that y'all
A little louder, Mr.
All right.
Thank you.
He said that we were going to be talking about overcoming obstacles, the challenges that you're going to have to face in college. And I said, listen, I would love to talk to them. I have a story that I can tell to them. A little bit about myself. From Patterson, New Jersey. That's where I grew up. I grew up in one of the rougher areas, and and I can't say that I was a product of my environment, right? So I had a lot of negative views on things. I never really saw the positivity in myself. I never really saw myself for the true potential that I really had. Going through school, I was very nonchalant. I never really aspired to achieve high goals. I just said, okay, I'm happy with a C. I passed. I had that type of mindset, and no one ever really sat me down and told me like the importance of actually getting good grades, what the real benefits would be of it. So I just continued to go on with this nonchalant type of attitude, and until I come to realize the importance of actually, going above and beyond to achieve, going above and beyond to get good grades, going above and beyond to do whatever it is that you want to do. There was a lot of people that told me pretty much I won't be nothing. I won't go to a good high school. I won't go to a good college. I won't get a good job. And the sad part is that I kind of believe these people. When I was about in the 4th or 5th grade, the guy that worked at the Boys and Girls Club, he told me that only high school I ever go to is Eastside. Anybody seen Lean on Me? Anybody seen the movie Lean on Me? Yeah. So not saying that Eastside, was bad, but he was saying it to me, pretty much in a negative manner, telling me that I can't go any further than that. That's the best that I'll be able to do. And then when I was in high school, one of my senior year, one of my teachers told me that I wouldn't be able to. Not that I wouldn't be able to go to college. He told me, don't waste my time. He said, you'll waste your money. You're better off just going to get a job. You're not cut out for it. He told me that with a serious man. He was dead serious about that. And the sad part is, like I believed him. So I pretty much let these people create my reality. How they saw me, I let them dictate my actions, dictate my way of thinking, and dictate who I was and who I wanted to become. Although everybody else had these views of me, I knew what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. So, needless to say, I went out to college. Now, I started saying, okay, I'll just be a firefighter. What jobs can I do that I don't have to go to school? And if it wasn't for my mother pushing me and telling me, don't worry about what they're saying, you can do it, you got to just go try. And my mother really, because I was 17 years old when I graduated high school, so I couldn't take the fire test anyway. So she really pushed me. She said, just go for the first year, see how you like it, and if you like it, you can keep going. If you don't, then you can just go on and be a firefighter. But just give it a shot. Just go to school. There's more to the world. So I took her up on her offer. I went to Montclair State University. Only reason why I went there is because they had on-site interviews. So I said, let me just go see if they'll accept me. Let me see if I'm college material. So I went there. They accepted me, and that was one of the moments that pretty much changed my life. So I went to Montclair State University. I got into the EOF program, and honestly, I'm still growing, guys. I'm still going through a lot of things, and I'm at school to party now. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to get the girls and everything like that. So I still wasn't in the right mindset. But the thing was, I was moving forward. I was still doing, some of the things that people were saying I couldn't do. So I still was in the same mindset. I was that guy that Chris spoke about my earlier years in college, falling asleep in class, sitting in the, what do you call it? The
unconscious zone.
Yeah, the unconscious zone. That was me nodding off in class, right? And I was fine with that because I always was good with school. I'm the type of guy that if I look at something, if I know it, I know it. If I don't, I don't. So I was happy with just knowing what I knew just to get a B or a C. I never took the extra steps to read the whole chapter. I just skim through it, just read the title and come up with my own thoughts. So, I used to look at the syllabus and see which assignments I was not going to do, just so I could still pass. So this is 10%, I can still get a B without that, and I'll be happy with that. See, it wasn't until what really was a changing point in my life in college, and this is pretty much what shaped me to be who I am now and where I'm at, is when I got into my junior year. This is when I started to, let's say, mature. I started to grow up. I started to see things in a different manner. I was coming into one of my roughest semesters, workload-wise. I wasn't used to having as much stuff done. I had got a job. I just came off from pledging, so I was pretty much the president of an organization on campus now. And I also was an RA, so I had another responsibility. So I had all these things that I didn't have the prior semester going on with me this semester. So what happened was I ended up this was the worst semester I ever had. I failed one class, I had to drop another class, and I got 3 Ds. My GPA dropped tremendously. And this was just the semester that I was supposed to get accepted into the teacher's program. So my GPA fell below what it should have been. So then I'm over there, I'm begging with them, I'm pleading with them, like, listen, you guys are slowing my life down. I need to get into the teacher program so I can continue to go on. They said, listen, we can't do it for you. You know, you need a 275, you need a 275. We can't do it. I'm like, yeah, but I maintained the 2.9 all this time. Now, let me tell you, we are pretty much a result of our decisions. My decisions to not take all my classes serious, my decisions to not, go above and beyond and do everything that I can to get the best grades possible resulted in that. Mind you, if I would have did everything I had to do, if I would have still had that bad semester, I still could have been above a 2.9. But no, I chose to take the easy way out. I chose to be lazy at that time. And it came back to haunt me. So I told them, like, listen, I wrote letters to the dean. I got to get in this program. So they said, listen, get your grades up next semester, and we'll see what we can do. I came back, I got 6 classes. I took the class that I failed. I got all A's and 1 B. And I brought my GPA back into what it was. I got in the teacher's program, and now I'm moving forward again. But going to the semester, I was talking to my counselor, and she said, listen, if you can just do this one time, why can't you do this all the time? I just told her I never wanted to until I had a need to. So what you guys got to realize is that need is there now because everything that you're doing now, your GPA is going to follow you. And even then, after doing that, after showing, okay, I can do this, I'm college material, I can do this work, and I'm coming up until this is the last person that I had to overcome. This is pretty much the last growing part that I went through going through college. I had a college professor. She had one way of teaching. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get to tell you guys. I'm a phys ed and health teacher now. She had one way of teaching, and I had another way. Like I said, I always have my own views on things. I always have my own, purpose for doing things. And let's say we just had clash of views on that. So it's not that I'm not gonna say she didn't like me, but we were always, bump past. And she gave me my last observation, and what she told me was I would never get a job teaching. So obviously she was wrong. I came in and I got a job. So I tell you guys all this stuff is because you're gonna always have people who doubt you, who say that you can't do things. But it's up to you whether you let that person, whether you're satisfied with that person saying, or whether you're gonna go on and prosper and do what you're gonna do. I had people tell me, as I said, I wasn't going to go to I couldn't get into a good high school. I got into one of the better high schools, Passaic County Tech. That's pretty much the high school that everybody wants to get into. They said I wasn't good, I couldn't go to college. I couldn't prosper there. I went on to college. I did everything that I had to do. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in phys ed and health. Then even then, they said I wouldn't be able to get a job. This is my second year teaching, and I'm actually doing a good job at it. I work at an alternative high school in Passing, and all I do is talk to kids about what are they going to do, what's your plan, and I share with them things that I've gone through, things that they shouldn't go through, because I'm a firm believer that you don't have to go through something to see the value in it. You don't have to experience something for yourself to see what you need to do. You can live through other people's experiences. When someone tells you, okay, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, sometimes you kind of like blow it off. You got to go through it yourself, which is what I understand. But if you see that this guy just jumped off the bridge, he's drowning, you don't have to do that to see that that's something bad, right? So sometimes you got to live through other people's experiences to save yourself time, save yourself from making the same mistakes, save yourself from having to recuperate from those downfalls. So those are pretty much some of the obstacles that I had to overcome throughout my life. Now, some of the things that changed with me now is my way of thinking. Like I said, I always had a negative attitude. I never aspired to go on and get a good job. I said I would be fine making minimum wage jobs, $30,000 a year, whatever. I'll be cool with that. I'll survive. And so going on, I said, listen, why just survive when I can live lavishly? Why just survive when I can live in abundance? So then I started to read books. I never read a book until my college year, and I share the story with Chris all the time. he recommended a book to me. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Anybody ever heard of that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki? If you didn't read that book, you should. This book pretty much changed my entire way of thinking and always just settling for things. Okay, so if anything you got from this message right here, I just want you to know that you guys gotta be able to look life in the face, and sometimes just overcome everything that they're giving to you, all the obstacles that they're throwing at you. You guys gotta be able to just overcome it. Don't let other people pretty much create your reality. Don't let other people take control of your life. You're living life for you, not for anybody else. All right, and that's pretty much my story. Thank you.
Thank you.